Chat and Wine.
I'm Sono.
I'm Keena. And today we're going to talk about worrying.
Yes.
Because some people just worry for England. They worry for the world.
They do.
In England.
Yeah, you do get different degrees of worry, isn't it? In our family, we have a huge amount of worries.
My God, my dad is the worst worrier.
Yeah.
And I think your
Mum's not far behind.
No, so they just worry.
Yeah.
Literally, worry. And it sort of rubs off on you a little bit.
It really does. It really does.
And then you start worrying about stupid things that...
Exactly.
You think, really? What's wrong with me?
Exactly. Or somebody comes along and gives you a big slap up. Sorry, a big slap or whatever and says, that's because they kick up the bum.
You have a nice big slap up. We'll talk about that later. But worry.
And just says, it's just pointless. You're just killing yourself worrying. When things are out of your control, there are things you can't control.
Yes.
Why worry about them?
Why worry about them?
Yeah.
So last week we talked about fear.
Yeah.
And that's what got us differentiated between fear and worry, which is why we said we'll do worry.
Yes,
but fear is something, it's there and it can happen and it's just life.
I feel it's something, perhaps fear is something when it's your reaction to something. So something happens and that fear comes in you, so you react to it. Whereas worry, I feel, is a constant. It's in you,
But worrying is something fear maybe you can or cannot change because, it has bigger implications, maybe bigger things have caused it. Whereas worry is something you're doing because it's in your personality and therefore you have to work really, 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 really hard
to stop.
I mean, some people don't worry about anything. They literally are so chilled out. They're so horizontal. They don't have any...
I would love to be like that.
Because I don't think there's anybody who doesn't have any worries. Everybody has worries.
Yeah, and in today's day, we're talking, inflation...
So
energy, it's crazy. Everybody's worried.
If you thought that at one stage you felt that, okay, look, we can absorb this. Rise is going on, it's going to be okay, tighten your belts, but we can maybe absorb it. At least we're not on the breadline like we know some people are. But now you're thinking tightening belt is probably not going to be enough. It's looking very scary out there.
Yeah, and you worry for people that are on that red, that really cannot pay what are they going to do?
And you worry for your children, all our children, because they're all coming into this world where it's so difficult.
Yeah. How do they find their way? How do you worry about? You worry about their futures. How are they going to find their place to live? How are they going to move out of the house? How are they going
to make their lives? What are they going to do with their lives? You worry from when they're little to how they're going to study or what they're going to do, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Then you worry about their future. This needs to stop.
Yeah. And, will they find someone? Will they settle? Will they...
Or will they find someone who isn't right for them, for whatever reasons? Or
will they get a job? Will they whatever? It's just crazy.
Worrying. The worrying has to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, the worrying also, I know when they're little you worried, but when they went off to uni, there was a time I remember we talked a lot about is...
You hope maybe your first time as well now you're going to have to go through that.
And you think, well, I now no longer know where you're going to be or what you're going to be doing. And I can't sit at home worrying about it.
No.
You've just got to get on with life. You have to let it go.
Yeah.
I think my dad just constantly worried, which is why he never let me leave the house because he was too worried that something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, if we lived our lives like that, then...
No. You have to let them go out there. Yeah. We will worry whether we like it or not, but you've got to control it.
Yeah, we can't let the worry take over us. And do you know what? We could spend all our time worrying, and then something actually serious does happen.
Yeah, it puts it all in perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then you think all those years I spent worrying and didn't do something because I was too worried about something.
Yeah.
Also worrying about what other people think of you.
Yes,
That's a stupid worry.
Yeah.
Stop it. Somebody sent me this funny thing recently where this woman is sat there and somebody asked her, how do you look so beautiful? I don't know, why are you so young, still looking or whatever. And she said, the day I stopped giving up, I don't worry about what other people think of me. And that's kept me young. Well, maybe there's something in that.
Yeah.
Again, we're always worrying. We've been brought up to worry about what the neighbors will think, what the auntie will think, what the uncle will think. Who gives a crap, really?
Honestly, it's so true. So true. I mean, there are people you do think, okay, they matter. If you worry, you don't want to, but there are other people you think, why do I worry about what the bloody next door neighbours are doing?
Do we need to really worry about those people? No. I think respect is different to worrying.
Yeah.
If you respect someone, you're going to care about what they think. You care about what this person thinks.
Yeah.
But to worry about what people are going to think
you're absolutely right.
Ridiculous.
There's a big difference. There is a big difference. You're absolutely right.
It's a waste of your time and energy.
Yeah.
Do not do it. It is toxic in your world.
Absolutely right. Yeah, there is a big difference between that. You're right.
Yeah.
But worrying, I mean, I think we're all, like you said, whenever you turn the news on, what are you hearing apart from bad news?
Bad news from those kids being shot in Texas, which is just the worst thing. You don't want to hear that news ever.
It just breaks your heart.
And then again, last week, there was something about in Berlin. This driver just drove into these poor kids who come for a day trip from somewhere.
Absolutely.
I don't know
what. Honestly,
what is
too
wrong?
Much. Yeah, it's too much.
And we're worrying about Ukraine. We've got people who've had to flee homes, and they're and not just Ukraine. It's been happening in Syria and everywhere else for so many years now.
Absolutely, yes.
But okay, they have something really to worry about. So I'm saying when we have our, so what we're saying is,
put it in perspective.
Put your worries into perspective. Yeah. Sometimes, you do. Everybody has worries. Yeah. Everybody has worries.
Yeah.
But the small ones that we worry about, that we cannot control, don't be silly.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Because at the end of it, it's affecting you and your health.
Yeah.
It's not helping you. It's actually probably making things a lot worse for you.
Yes.
And it's not good. So
stop worrying about things that you cannot change, you cannot control.
Yeah.
Worry about things. Actually, one person wants to tell me, don't worry about things, worry over them. So, I don't know what that means, but I think what she's trying to say to me.
A very wise person told you. I'm glad it wasn't me.
She is, and I'm quite sure she probably doesn't listen to the podcast. But if she did, I'm sure she'd be happy that I remembered.
Explain to you.
But what she was trying to say is, you can sit there worrying about stuff and nothing will change.
No,
okay. If you actually find a solution to whatever it is that's causing you worry, and put that into place, then you've done something. Yeah. That worry then has no legitimate place in your life.
Yeah.
So get rid of that.
Yes.
Get rid of all of that. Just sort it out. Yeah. Because if you can, as I said, there are bigger problems you can't worry, you can't change. But the little things that we worry about.
Yeah. And, sometimes worry, though, is a good thing in that, it does help us think about things and then process them and find a way to solve them, which is good. But I think it's when it goes out of control. Yeah. And I think certainly I know that I think your dad, my mom, it's sometimes out of control.
It is out of control.
Yeah. And it's not good for them. Yeah.
It's really not good for them. Well, also being isolated.
Yeah.
Especially in my dad's case. He's superbly isolated. And I think that
even my
just
mom now,
compounds the worrying.
Definitely.
And it's a thin line between fear and worry at that stage.
Yes.
Where I think his worry has actually become a real fear.
Yeah.
It's almost fear of living.
Yeah. So they do kind of connect,
terrible.
Don't they, really?
Yes.
Yeah. They do connect.
And it's a bad place to be. So before that happens, as we get older, we are going to get less mobile. We are going to have more difficulties in accessing certain things or doing certain things. And it's really important that we
adapt.
You
change. You have the ability to change with it.
Yeah.
Is important.
Yeah. No point saying this worrying, I'm going to get old, and I'm not going to have this, my pension's not going to be Well, there is a point in worrying, obviously, but what you need to do then is, while you can, try and put the changes in place
now, so
to
that
see
you can cope later.
We can alleviate some of those worries.
Yeah, true.
And the kids are worried about their exams at the moment. GCSEs, A levels are going on.
Even the parents are worried.
I think parents are more worried than the children at the moment.
Yeah.
Because we know what's out there in the world. We know how hard it is, and we don't know how. But then those people who are just so relaxed and they don't worry about anything.
Yeah.
I think if I was somebody who just didn't worry about anything at all, I'd find that really difficult.
Does that not make you psycho in a way, if you know what I mean? Because you really can't show then any empathy towards anything, if you know what I mean? If you're really not concerned about anything.
No, I think worrying is a negative. If you could be lucky enough to not worry about anything, but always deal with it. Some people just deal with it. They don't worry about things because... what has worrying actually solved? Nothing. It's a waste of your time and emotion and energy. It's a waste. It's a negative emotion. Yeah. If you are that person who doesn't worry, it's a good thing.
But I just find you not find them
pragmatic and proactive.
Yeah, but then it also takes away an element of empathy, I believe. If you're really, and you just say I can deal with everything, you don't really then have an understanding of other people and their, do you know what I mean? And their predicament and what they're going through.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Worrying. Oh, okay. So we're saying worrying makes you an empathetic person.
I think there's an element of empathy to it. I think, especially if you're not worrying about yourself, you're worrying about somebody else. There's an element, I think, of empathy. Yeah. But you're right. It is still wasted because you can't control it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. When you worry about someone else, it shows care.
Yeah.
As well.
Exactly.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
The fact that you worry whether somebody's eaten or not, or whether somebody's done their exercise, or they've, whatever.
Yeah.
It shows that you actually
have they taken their medicines? Anything simple like that. But
then when you let it overcome...
that's where the problem is, isn't it? When it goes out of control and it then affects your health and your whatever, and you can't literally function because all on your mind is that constant...
See, but that worry is different to worrying about things you can't control.
Yes.
So I think it's the worry that of the things that you can't control that you really, really, really want to be getting rid of.
Yeah.
You don't want that in your life. That's the negative emotion.
Yes, yeah.
But bits where we do worry about people and about things, we worry about the environment, we worry about,
exactly.
I don't know, gun laws in America, or what your Boris Johnson was doing, and was it right or not? Maybe the worrying is not the right word, but I do worry about the gun laws in America. I think they need to do something there.
There needs to be some reform.
Because it's not right, and it's not going to solve any problems. But, well, there we go. I think we've attacked worrying quite well.
Yeah.
So the one thing you're going to promise me and I'm going to promise you is we're going to stop worrying about things we cannot control or change.
We're going to try.
We're going to try. Very, very, very hard.
Yes, and I think we'll benefit from that.
Massively.
It's definitely going to be an improvement, it's not going to be negative.
It's too short
definitely
to worry about things we can't control, and and if sometimes by mistake you offend things or people through whatever, then don't sit there worrying about it. Fix it.
Yeah.
And if you can't fix it, then move on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm sending that to Shapes. So I think we all have that in our lives when we've done stuff. So listen, try and stop the unnecessary worrying.
Okay.
Save it for the big stuff that really matters.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah?
Yep.
Right. Until the next time.
Bye.
Bye.